These alarming and sometimes fatal food recalls from the last 2 decades might make you think twice before prepping a turkey sandwich or setting the table for Thanksgiving dinner. Listeria bacteria has long been a serious threat to food safety, known to cause symptoms like fever, nausea, and diarrhea, and in severe cases, even death. So when BrucePac discovered in May 2024 that some of its ready-to-eat poultry items might be contaminated, the company acted swiftly. The U.S. Department of Agriculture compiled an extensive report listing the affected products, spanning more than 400 pages. Among them were well-known items like Trader Joe's Turkey Club Wrap and Walmart's Market-Side Cobb Salad with turkey and bacon. The recall didn't just impact grocery shelves. Some school systems also received shipments of the potentially tainted food. In total, nearly 12 million pounds of poultry were pulled. Fortunately, no illnesses were reported to the USDA. Salm Partners LLC rang in January 2024 with an unfortunate recall of over 133,000 pounds of ready-to-eat turkey kielbasa, a Polish-style smoked sausage distributed across the U.S. The recall came after multiple consumer complaints revealed an unsettling issue: pieces of bone embedded in the product. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service enforces strict limits on bone fragments in poultry, permitting only tiny particles no larger than 1.5 by 2 millimeters. In this case, the bones exceeded that threshold, and at least one person reported a minor mouth injury from biting into the sausage. Given the scope of the distribution and the potential safety risks, consumers were urged to check their fridges and return any affected products for a full refund. The recall served as a sharp reminder of how even small oversights in food processing can carry real consequences. In April 2023, Jennie-O faced a troubling mix-up when frozen turkey meatballs were mistakenly packaged and labeled as fully cooked turkey sausage patties. This error posed a serious risk for those with soy allergies, as the meatballs contained soy, one of the top 8 allergens in the U.S. Approximately 11,800 pounds of the mislabeled product were distributed before the issue was discovered. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service quickly issued a warning, advising consumers and institutions alike to review any turkey products they had on hand and return anything matching the recalled batch to avoid potential allergic reactions. Even major turkey producers like Butterball aren't immune to food safety issues. In October 2021, the company recalled around 14,000 pounds of ground turkey after concerns arose about possible contamination with small blue plastic fragments. The affected products included both Butterball's all-natural ground turkey and Kroger-branded ground turkey, which were quickly removed from store shelves. Thankfully, there were no confirmed incidents of customers finding plastic in their meat, but the recall was issued out of caution. In cases like this, acting quickly helps prevent potential harm and keeps consumer trust intact.
One word.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Plastics.
Given the timing just weeks ahead of Thanksgiving, Butterball was quick to reassure customers this incident was out of the ordinary. The company emphasized to CNN Business that the health and safety of the people who enjoy our products is a top priority for Butterball, and we work hard to ensure our product safety program meets or exceeds government regulations. Conagra Brands has had its fair share of food safety controversies over the years, and 2020 brought another one to the list. That year, the company issued a major recall of its frozen turkey and chicken bowl meals after several consumers reported finding small rocks in their food. Roughly 276,000 pounds of product were affected, prompting a nationwide recall. The specific item at the center of the issue was the turkey sausage and egg white scramble from the Healthy Choice Power Bowls line. Shoppers were urged to inspect their freezers and return any meals from the recalled batch immediately.
I got it wrong.
Back in March 2019, Butterball faced a far more serious recall than its later plastic contamination incident. The USDA's Food Safety and Inspection Service flagged 6 types of ground turkey products that might have been tainted with salmonella. The recall involved not only Butterball branded meat, but also items sold under Kroger and Food Lion labels. Altogether, about 39 tons of raw ground turkey were pulled from shelves, some of which had even been distributed to food banks in states like Minnesota, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Massachusetts. The urgency was heightened by an active salmonellosis outbreak that had already sickened 5 individuals across 2 states. Salmonella, a common but dangerous bacteria, can cause fever, diarrhea, and abdominal cramps, and contributes to around 420 deaths annually in the U.S. In 2018, a widespread salmonella outbreak was linked to Jennie-O ground turkey, prompting the company to recall over 164,000 pounds of raw product. By the time officials connected the dots, the outbreak had already taken hold, ultimately affecting 216 people across 38 U.S. states. Investigators also reported 22 additional cases in Canada. Evidence suggested the outbreak may have begun as early as November 2017. Steve Licken, then president of Jennie-O Turkey Store, responded by emphasizing that the company had taken steps over the years to minimize salmonella risks, such as vaccinating their turkeys. However, he also noted that the problem wasn't unique to Jennie-O, calling it a broader challenge across the poultry industry. In October 2017, a major recall of ground turkey was triggered after a Publix employee noticed what appeared to be metal shavings inside several packages. The alert led to a recall affecting 4 ground turkey products produced by Prestage Foods. These included 2 Publix-branded items, along with 1 product each from Fit and Active and Wise Markets. Roughly 38,475 pounds of potentially contaminated meat were pulled from store shelves across 9 states. Although Prestige never confirmed exactly how the metal fragments got into the meat, the company had previously informed the USDA that the contamination may have occurred during equipment sanitation procedures at their processing facility. Fortunately, the issue was caught early, and no injuries or health incidents were reported. In October 2016, Michigan turkey producers initiated a recall after a customer reported finding an unidentified black substance in their oven-roasted turkey. As a result, approximately 54,000 pounds of the affected products were recalled. These turkey items had been distributed to a Florida center and various food services in both Florida and Puerto Rico. Thankfully, no injuries were reported from the contamination. Customers who purchased affected products with specific lot codes were urged to dispose of them to ensure safety.
Fine, throw it in the trash then.
In August 2011, Cargill Meat Solutions initiated one of the largest recalls in U.S. history, pulling approximately 36 million pounds of ground turkey from stores. This was in response to an outbreak of antibiotic-resistant salmonella that sickened 136 people across 34 states. The outbreak was believed to have started in February, but it wasn't until July that the Food Safety and Inspection Service issued a health alert urging consumers to properly handle and cook turkey. The situation worsened when the outbreak was linked to a fatality in Sacramento, prompting Cargill to recall the affected products. The FSIS had detected salmonella in Cargill's turkey as early as March, but didn't issue a recall until months later. In response to the crisis, Cargill temporarily closed its Springfield, Arkansas plant for a week. By September, the same strain was found in the turkey again, leading to another plant shutdown and a smaller recall. As the fallout continued, Cargill faced layoffs and implemented a more aggressive product testing program in an effort to prevent future incidents. In November 2006, HoneyBaked Foods Inc. issued a recall due to possible listeria contamination in its cooked turkey breast, whole ham, and glazed half ham. The potentially affected products, sold through catalogs, the company website, and in HoneyBaked ham stores in Ohio, totaled nearly 47,000 pounds. Initially, the recall was voluntary, but later became mandatory after government intervention. This recall also prompted a health hazard alert from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. The timing of the recall, just a day after Thanksgiving, was unfortunate, though luckily no illnesses were reported from the affected meat. Listeria poses a significant challenge to the food industry because it thrives in cold environments. In 2005, LSK Smoked Turkey Products Incorporated faced this issue when routine testing by the Food Safety and Inspection Service revealed the presence of the bacteria in their products.
Oh no, that's not good.
The New York-based company recalled 39,000 pounds of turkey wings and drumsticks, which had been distributed in Delaware, New Jersey, New York, and Florida. Fortunately, no illnesses were reported, and the recall was a proactive measure to prevent potential health risks associated with the contaminated products. Processed meats often face scrutiny due to the risk of contamination during production. In November 2004, International Trading Company found itself in the midst of a recall after a Puerto Rican wholesale customer raised concerns about potentially underprocessed canned turkey luncheon meat. In response, the Texas-based company began withdrawing nearly 11,000 pounds of product from distribution in Puerto Rico. Within a week, the recall expanded to the continental U.S. and Europe, pulling more than 84,000 pounds of 12-ounce canned turkey from states like California, Florida, and New York, along with the Netherlands. While no illnesses were reported, the recall was classified as high risk by the Food Safety and Inspection Service due to the potential for severe health consequences, including death. The recall highlighted the importance of ensuring proper proper processing and quality control in meat products.